Alright, what's going on, y'all? I'm back with another quick volume of Welcome to the Franchise here. Just want to tap into some of the NBA news this week that I heard about. We got some more stories and a little bit of, drama, I guess, surrounding the Suns. Joel Embiid going to be shut down for the year. And then, just some more bad news, coming from Dallas with the Mavericks here and shit, So let me tap into that right now, get straight into it. So I'm seeing here there's more talk coming out about, the Suns and KD. They're going to work to make some kind of trade deal this summer. And it's looking real bad for the Suns right now, like real bad. 5 games under 500. They're not even. It's looking like they're not even gonna be a fucking playing team. Everybody's healthy now, I believe. KD's playing. Bill's playing. Booker's playing. So I believe everyone is healthy and shit. But the vibe and everything is all off. You got the head coach coming out talking about, some people need to shut the fuck up and stop being so verbal all the time and just chill. And then you got Dbook talking about, at times, like it seems like I'm being too verbal, but I need to because ain't nobody saying shit, ain't nobody doing shit, ain't nothing happening when shit going wrong or shit not in motion, we not scoring or ain't looking right, and that's already bad. You got the leader of the team, the franchise player of the team, who wants to chat and everything and try and get niggas going, I guess. I don't know what he's saying or not saying or whatever, right? And so you got him saying that while the coach is like, yo, some motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up a little bit, tone it down a little bit and stop talking so much. This the franchise player. He drafted there, all of that. He was here before all these motherfuckers were here. Then you got your best player. You got your best player on the team who it seemed like he, we know about his, his leadership, the way he likes to lead, I guess, and everything like that, right? He don't really say shit for real. He just out there hooping. And I'm not just saying he just out there hooping and don't give a fuck, but really he just there to ball and expect everyone else to ball with him and like he does and everything like that. And I did see a clip in one of the highlights where it looked like he was trying to, it was KD I'm talking about, he was trying to get some shit going at the top of the key, and nobody was cutting. Everybody was just standing around looking at him to see if he was gonna make a move, and he had to pick up his dribble, and he was looking for someone to probably like make a cut or something so he can make a good pass, and then everyone was just standing there. So he just passed it and he got upset. He's like, yo, you could see kind of his frustration on the court. Like he made a gesture like he was yelling to, like, yo, somebody fucking cut, so you got your best player. He just wants to lead by hooping and by his example. And I guess you got to read his mind on the court. Like, yo, why you ain't balling like how y'all supposed to, but not voicing it? The coach saying shut the fuck up. Bradley Beal, who knows what the fuck he does? I don't even know what he does like that anymore. What kind of numbers he puts up? I know it ain't no. I ain't seen him drop no 30s and hitting 6 trade balls or no shit like that. So you got that going on, and it's looking real bad, and they losing. And it looked like they not gonna make even the fucking play-in. And they were already talking about trading KD during the season. Now it's already on some, we're gonna get ready for the off season. We're gonna trade him and work together and make a deal. It's time to blow this whole shit up, man. It's time to blow it all up. It's CLIPZ. It's time to blow it all up and start from scratch again with young talent. With young talent like y'all had back when y'all had Bridges and Ayton and Cam Johnson and the younger Booker when y'all made the finals. It's time to do some shit like that again because it's over. It's clipped. You know what I mean? And also, get Book out of there too. Save his career too. Get him out of there. We know for KD it's either going to be Golden State or Miami. We already know that's most likely the trade destinations for him and what they're gonna work out. I think most likely Golden State, even though he says I don't want to go there, this, that, nah, bullshit. He want Golden State, or maybe even a little homecoming with a good ending. A good ending to your story. Going back to OKC for a chip next year. The Lakers probably win it this year, or if OKC goes this year and they lose, it wouldn't be bad to make that play. You know, make that trade. You know, OKC, they got mad first round picks, I think, or some shit, lottery picks in the future and all this shit. Yo, trade all of them shits and get him, you know what I mean, as a final piece with Chet, or do you trade Chet also? I don't fucking know, but maybe that. But I don't know. To me, for him, especially with, you know, probably a little bit of legacy on his name when it's all said and done, it'll be a good look to see him either go to either of those teams, Golden State or OKC, to try and win another chip, because that's what we're really known for. This Brooklyn Nets, Phoenix Suns shit, honestly, as a KD fan, one of my favorite players to watch ever, even when he was in college, and I'm sure other KD fans feel like this. This Brooklyn Nets, Phoenix Suns shit is like a fucking, damn, when that shit really happened, it feels like one of those moments in our life that as time goes on, we want to fucking forget. Like, damn, that really happened? That nigga was really on the Nets? Hold up, that nigga was really on Phoenix and they didn't do shit with all these players? These are the years as KD fans we want to fucking forget. But the ones that we're always going to remember, and we want to remember Golden State, his days at Golden State and with OKC. So if he goes to either of them, brings a chip to them next year, that won't be a bad look. I won't be mad at that. And then you get a little bit of a good narrative and a good brand to your legacy on your way out. What, you know, how you were as a player and how we enjoy watching you as a fan. You get a little bit of something there. You know, it still looks suspect on your career. You know, you still hop from OKC to Golden State because they beat your ass. But, you know, it's better than being like, all right, now I'm in Miami. Or now I'm in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to try, or now I'm in Dallas. I'm about to try and make shit shape. And you lose again. You don't even get to the championship. It's just like, damn, all right. So that wouldn't be a bad look. But like I said, I think it's most likely going to be Golden State that he ends up going to. But in this scenario, too, you know, what would be some good fits for Booker? What about Booker? Where would he go? Because I want him out of there, man. To save his career, you've been there in Phoenix for so long, through all of the losing, to the rebuild with the draft picks and Ayton and Bridges and Cam Johnson and Chris Paul was there to help you, and everyone else that was there, and you made it to the finals. You guys really competed your hearts out, but you just weren't the better team against that Bucks team, you know. But now you're going to go through all of this shit again. They're going to keep you stuck there. Nah, get you out of there before you start turning into dropping 23 points a game type nigga to, he just averaging between 16 and 18 now. Because it looked like that's the trajectory he might be on in his career. So where does he fit at? Possibly Detroit? Could Detroit make a trade? Because Phoenix needs they got some young core guys that probably, you know what I mean? They probably could use a change of scenery and try and get shit lit out in Phoenix. Detroit, Philly. Philly got some of those pieces too. Philly will be good, especially with how it's looking with Embiid and PG. They getting up there in age and getting hurt. But I don't know how it is business-wise. They probably can't do anything with them to free up a space for a guy like Devin Booker. But this is the NBA. I've seen crazy shit happen in the past few years that I didn't think was going to happen anyway. Philly, Detroit, or maybe even Houston. Maybe the Houston Rockets for him. Cause let's keep it a buck. Do Dillon Brooks and Van Fleet really do it for them as veteran players to really get them over the top? You know, you put a veteran player like Book, who's a scorer also and could play a little bit of point guard if needed to, in clutch moments and stuff, with Jalen Green and Amen Thompson and Şengün in Houston, with Ime Udoka, where he's going to finally get some real coaching, some real hard coaching and shit. Yo, I think that would be a good look for Book. Take him to at least the Western Conference Challenge to get to the Western Conference Finals, maybe. Maybe. Just a thought. It's a thought, you know. So, I would entertain that shit if I was Phoenix, because it's time to blow the shit up. It's CLIPZ. Now, following that, you got Embiid now, with all his injuries and everything shut down for the season. It looks like it's the right move, but that whole scenario also is fucking clipped. It's over. It's clipped for that shit. You know, I can't even see them winning a chip for the season for next season. Even if it was a shortened season, I don't see them winning the chip because Joel Embiid, he gets hurt too much. You hate to see it. It's fun to watch him play as well, but he's getting up there, and he already have previous injuries now that you're trying to heal from. You probably might get healed again, barring you go on some crazy ass diet and just pull a whole 180. And do some other crazy shit with your body, lose weight, change up your game, how you play, all type of shit. But you probably might get hurt again. And then PG, he might get hurt again as well because he's getting up there in age. And he's been getting some little injuries here and there. That's been sidelining him for a long time, here and there, for the past few seasons. And it's CLIPZ. It's time to turn it over to the new young wave now and reshape this young playoff roster, because they could still be a playoff roster. I'm not saying it could be a top 3, top 4 playoff roster, but reshape this young playoff roster that you have right now. You got Maxey, you got the Bull, who had a few good games for a little spurt, but what if you put him in for more minutes and really do a scheme to help with his game? And Yabusele. So you got Maxey, Yabusele, then McCain when he gets back healthy, and you got some of the other role player guys on that team around him. You could build a young little playoff roster right now and put it all on them. That's what it's time to do now in Philly, because it's over. The process is clipped. It's over. It's a wrap. And PG, I'm sorry. I don't... It was fun to watch him too for a time, but he ain't a playoff or a championship winning player. Maybe if you put him as a role player off the bench on a championship team to contribute a good little 16 to 20 points here and there, he might get a ring somewhere at some point at the end of it, at the end of his career. But not a championship player. In the playoffs, he hasn't shown up. So, and then Embiid just gets hurt too much. So it's time to turn it over for them to the new young wave and start building on a young playoff roster now that probably in the next 3 years could be a top-seeded playoff roster. But as of now, next season, they have a chance to be between a 6 and a playoff team and a 6 seed, which ain't bad when you want to hand it over to the new young wave, with a youth movement. Because Maxey, I think, is a star, and he could get way better. McCain could fuck around and be a star from what he's shown before he got hurt. And Yabusele he's a bit of a factor. He had a few good games, and he's a big body. He can get boards. Just give him more opportunity, see what he do. The feeling for an injured Joel Embiid, And then following that was speaking on injuries and shit. I mean, it's sad to fucking hear. My guy Kyrie's, he's out for the season. Now, does that include the playoffs as well? I don't know, but at this point, it don't matter, because if he's out for the season, AD's already down. They have injuries everywhere else. Who knows when they're going to be back? The season's basically almost over. They might not make it now. And just like that, the Dallas trade and the reshape of the roster for a championship is officially clipped, at least for this year. And people will talk about, this trade makes sense for Dallas to compete right now. They have the closer chance to win the championship this year. So I'm like, what the fuck are these niggas smoking? Or is this just a media finesse right now? They just gotta say this to make motherfuckers have hope, and it's a media finesse. Because I'm like, nah, the Lakers gonna win right now from this trade, or sooner from this trade, not Dallas. And then they talk about Dallas has a better chance down the line. How? They got niggas that get hurt, that all get hurt. And Kyrie, I love watching Kyrie too. Also my favorite players to watch, but he gets hurt. AD gets hurt. Clay gets hurt. So what the fuck are y'all talking about down the line when you got these young boys like OKC and Houston and Memphis and all these other niggas coming up? What you mean even down the line to get a chip? The fuck out of here. That shit sound crazy. But now that whole trade thing is officially clipped as far as for this season. And it was wild because in one of my previous videos, I had this team as one of my diehard teams in the tiers that I had that I was talking about as a potential dangerous playoff team and everything. But shit, I mean, who knows if they still play decent to good, I guess, for maybe a play-in for the remainder of the season, which is going to be hard because they got so many injuries in key places to key players. It'll be valid that they're still a diehard. They're still in the diehard tier, but now it's over. It's clipped for them, and shit. It look like Nico about to be clipped too, and maybe even J Kidd, maybe Jason Kidd also. If they don't come back strong next season and don't come back and make a big run next season, after that it's probably clipped for both of them niggas, for Nico and J Kidd, because the trade is a bad look. I know you had to deal with injuries this season and everything, but it's now about how you bounce back next season. At this point, after everything shakes out and what moves you might make in the off season, you still have to sign back Kyrie. If you do that, if he wants to come back and everything like that, you probably got to make another trade or two, definitely a trade at point guard or something, so, and to get shit lit. You don't come back hard, it's probably clipped for both of them for sure. I'm going to say that for sure. It's over for J Kidd and Nico. But that's going to wrap this one up for me. This quick volume of Welcome to the Franchise. Y'all out there be easy.